300 meters, 1 second, and so on. I imagined it, and imagined it, and again I studied about it, etc. It requires imagery. It requires philosophical this thing, because what happens is, if you move away from the solar area, after all our philosophies, all our morals are based on science, based on sun, because it is the sun has become Vishnu. Sun has become Vishnu, and and our all our activities, this thing, and we worship sun. Not only how we say, you take our farmers in the early morning, when the farmer at about he goes to his field, his field, and by about 7 or 8 o'clock he comes home, washes your hand, etc., and then he looks at the sun, and then he will do namaskar, and then he comes and have his breakfast. Whereas Brahmins will Surya, yes, they do it in Sanskrit. That means either a farmer, uneducated, or a learned Brahmin, they worship the same Surya. Now, if we go away from the Surya, whatever the values, whatever the adhyatma we think of, is based on Surya. And if you go away from that, does this moral stand there? That is the question of this novel. Now, for that, I had gone to huh? Huh? No. This South India's South world, this thing, Antarctica. I earlier had been to Antarctica and made notes, etc. And for that, I had my very clear the memory of it. I utilized that also. What kind of food should be produced, and so on and so forth. All these things, etc. With the result, this was published, and the scientists who explained to me the ISLO, they met me and then said, if at all we want to go from one sky to another sky, the kind of yes, which you have built for food, etc., we have to follow you. Now, why I am saying is, usually literary people think, why should we study science, etc.? Science fellows don't understand any literature, and we are superior to them. You see, it's not wise at all. You have to study science, especially modern science. In the modern science, you will get many ideas for literature.
So after we know how you get a theme, you were talking about mass when you said sun. Theme comes into your mind. Every action around you gets attracted towards that theme and it forms a big mass, and then you start writing. We also know of instances where you discard the manuscript after writing. After all the trouble, the general notion is For a creative writer, thoughts simply come to the mind. He writes everything in one go, and that has to be perfect. But in your case, after all this effort, you discard the manuscript and rewrite all over again. And this you have done for multiple novels. What is the effort that it takes to do this, and what is the confidence?
No, effort means my first draft I complete. I keep it for 3 months or 6 months, etc. Or I give one of my friends who understand literature well to read it, and I listen to his comments, and afterwards I feel it, can I make some changes, etc. My friend may give suggestion. It doesn't mean that I accept all this. Sometimes I accept, sometimes I don't accept it. But if I don't accept, my friend will not become angry with me. Anyway, he's a real friend. Now, I rewrite it, whatever it is. For example, Parva is first draft itself, but again for Parva, I revised it 4 times, touching here, touching there, etc., making changes and so on and so forth. So, it is the function of technique. Technique each sentence. For example, in my writing, uh, many a time I make a sentence of only one word. No subject, no object, only one word, one verb. It is there. But in that context, it gives full meaning. So I do all such experimentation, and, and it becomes very powerful rather than writing the full sentence everywhere. Writing full sentence every word is not using, etc. But to give you an example, I am 95-year-old. My wife is 89-year-old. When we sit for our dinner, uh, do you want it anymore? If I say this, no. And if I say yes, yes. If I say this, small quantity. She understands. And she also expresses it in the same way. This way, we have more than 25 such this thing. What is it that the dancers do? Dancers do the body language. No, not tongue language, body language, etc. And that is how automatically it comes, because it is the need. The way to give the full sentence at this age is tiring. Therefore, automatically it develops. You try, but in order to try, you should become quite old. You are still old. If you are now, this is how language develops, and if we had if it develops in why not in our this thing? Which the dancers use it. We don't do it, we didn't learn it from the dancers, etc. It automatically comes. You take you take a house, a cow, which is, a hasu, huh? Hasu, huh? Cow is mogo. Oh, huh? Oh. If you have a cow, You just go near it, it immediately is like this, and it wants you to rub it in this way, and then if some unconcerned, if a person outsider just comes, it does like that. This way, the kind of animals also, animals have many signals to in their communication, and it is only man gradually forgot these signals, and then they went to language, full language, and so on and so forth. I have adopted all these techniques also in my writing, in my formation of sentences. But some people, critics will say, Bhairappa doesn't, he is a lazy person, he has not completed the sentence. That is the.
So, Miss Professor Dave rightly did away from the class, and he suggested that you should not sit in classroom. Instead of Miss, you should read the books. Okay, he did find things with you. I'm just coming back to this one. Usually, you say that the English criticism in Karnataka. Yes, you bother about that English criticism. So please tell about that this criticism. Why you are bothering about the English criticism happening with you or with the literature in Karnataka or elsewhere?
ಏನು
ಆನಂದಮೂರ್ತಿ
ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಸು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಭ್ಯಂತರ ಇದೆ? ಯಾಕೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಉತ್ತೇಜಿಸೋಲ್ಲ?
See, one thing is the you see, adaptation of English has become stronger in India after independence, after the British left India, because we are using so many, we send our young children for English this thing. Even a 3-year-old child also, we talk in English today. Now there is a thing, if we learn English, we get so many, this opportunity, that opportunity, etc., etc. With the result, local language is neglected, and these English teachers usually, look at local language and writings of local language with contempt. That is happening. It is not only in Karnataka, but it is becoming the practice in almost all states in India. But the people, on, for example, we say Marathi, you have Marathi day. On that day, the yellow people say, our Marathi, no, etc., etc. But actually, in order to save Marathi, you need not does any a special day for it, but let your children learn in Marathi, and let them learn reading Marathi and so on. For example, what happened is 4 days ago, my granddaughter, who is in Bangalore, came to me and then said, I read your novel, Avarada. I said, oh, you have, you have learned Kannada because, she refused to learn the Kannada because English medium school right from the childhood, etc. And she doesn't know even to read the headlines of newspapers. She would, I just asked her, have you read it in Kannada? He said, no, 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 I read it in English. And then I told you, then you are not my granddaughter. I don't accept you. No, this is what is happening. Happening in all Indian languages. And the English teachers always think that they are superior. And in this context, I will tell you one thing. In not merely in English, say, say Marathi MA, Kannada MA, Hindi MA, whatever it is, they suffer from inferiority complex. And English teachers in Marathi universities, Banaras University or in Kannada University, etc., they have a kind of a superior thing, etc. And the English lecturers, English professors say, we know everything because we know English. At least we know London Martin, London Martin grammar, English grammar, etc. That is their approach. And for that, many of the Kannada teachers and Kannada writers also, fall before them. Because they have one thing is, a Kannada writer should read English, thoroughly in English, because we learn techniques for them. But learning the technique is one thing, accepting their philosophy is another thing. I have learned the technique from them, but I have accepted Indian philosophy. That is one should do. You know?
Time.
This is something. Because in Karnataka Sangeeta, there is too much of poetry. Pure music should not, depend on poetry. In pure music, in Hindustani music, it is more rasa, dhani, and that is why it is pure sound, pure, sweet, satisfying sound. That is why I like it. Now what happens is, whenever I write, when I am stuck down, what I do is, I go to my room and then I have a lot of Hindustani music, tapes and tapes and all that. I listen to it, and then my mind becomes clear, and again I go back and then write. And another thing is, suppose I write a novel I am in a very satisfactory way, satisfactory to me. Suppose I write till 5 o'clock in the evening. A kind of a humming comes in my mind. I just hum. And that hum is actually a raga which represent which represents the the huh? Yes, the mood of the novel which I have written, and there is a relationship between that. And if I just go on, just humming and humming and humming, only I know which rag it is. But if somebody else listen to it, they say, "What are you doing?" But they don't understand it. So this is so much of the relationship between music. According to me, music is the highest, purest art. Next art is good literature. Therefore, it requires now to tell you a secret. Now, she started writing. When she started writing, she was finding difficult to develop art. Then I suggested to her, you you develop interest in Hindustani music and listen to Hindustani music every day, 2 years, 2 hours. Then it will help you. And she started doing it, and now we say your advice is fine. If you don't understand music, or if you don't enjoy music, you can't be a good literary person.
Since I have been able to read your novels, my question is about particularly Uttarakanda. In Uttarakanda, the characters of Sita, Lakshman, and Urmila, they are painted by you, but are they more based on Sanskrit Ramayana or the folk Ramayanas probably available in Kannada? Because I'm not at all familiar with Kannada, so I wanted to know this process of writing Uttarakanda.
ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಭಿಮಾನಿ. ಈಚೆಗೆ ಉತ್ತರಾಖಂಡ ಓದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಉತ್ತರಾಖಂಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀತೆ, ಊರ್ಮಿಳ ಮತ್ತು ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣನ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳು ನೀವು ಚಿತ್ರಿಸಿರೋದು ಮೂಲ ರಾಮಾಯಣಕ್ಕೆ ಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿದೆಯೋ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಜಾನಪದವನ್ನ ಆಧರಿಸಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
No Janapada, it is my creation. And then Sita. And then later on he will not even come to Valmiki, Valmiki Ashrama, etc. The child is there in her mind. Now, Sita raises the question, when you have abandoned me, it means you have abandoned my two children who are here in my stomach. Therefore, you don't have any right on the child. Is it not logical? Sita raised this thing. And take the right from the beginning. Rama, Sita, Lakshmana walk in the forest, etc. Valmiki, has he said that there are Tharal? There are Gujarati में क्या कहते हैं इसको? Kanta, etc. Now, will it not chuchuru? Yeah, Jugna karta hai na. And then, meditation or not. And how do they relieve it? In order to relieve it, if you have it in it, you have some and all these things. And is it not really realistic? Now, what do? Lakshmana finds out, because he moves it with agriculturists, etc. Rama doesn't know it, because Rama is always at a high level. And Sita also doesn't do it. Then Lakshmana do it. So in this way, I developed another thing for Sita ಇದು ಹಾಲು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಬ್ರದರು ಅವಳ ಸಿಸ್ಟರು ಸೀತನ ಸಿಸ್ಟರು also comes there, Urmila has one child, Sita has two children. And once what happens is, this child comes, Sita takes them and puts it to her breast. And she takes these two children and put it to her breast. And I have written as a letter, what the feeling that they got was so powerful that even 1,000 sentences cannot express. Is it not a powerful thing? And then when they go there, see, for Sita, he goes to this thing, which is in Maharashtra. There is, not Darbhanga, but
Nashik, Godavari.
no, Panchavati, etc. And not only that, anyway, she goes there. And then when she is, there is a village also, and in the village she saw the village woman feeding the child, and when the child, when sucking it, it takes its mouth, and suddenly it comes, gems, the milk gems, etc. Sita observes it, and then and the villagers say, how many children do you have? Have you not given life to a child? Sita said, yes, I am losing in my life, etc. And later on, when she goes, yes, in Godavari, and she says, how the water brings, and Sita says, she feels like that, etc. And one day, once they are in which place, she and Rama sit together, and suddenly Sita feels that her breasts have become very heavy, painful, and she feels it has become it has become wet, and suddenly she is thinking, and Rama says, what is it? But she doesn't tell it to Rama, because if I tell it to Rama, then Rama says, oh, you want to have a child? Don't you know that we are in Vanavasa and it is against the rules of Vanavasa? Rama doesn't like it, therefore she doesn't speak about it. So this, breast milk in Sita's life, 4 or 5 times it comes with complete new meaning of everything. So women appreciate this novel much more than men. I don't think there is even one person, one woman who will dislike it. And that is the power of writing. That is the power of imagination. I am not a woman, I am a man, but I can understand. That's why I believe that a literary person or even a musician or a dancer, it is art. For art, there is no distinction between a man and a woman. If a man can write masterpiece, a woman can also write masterpiece. And if a man can become a scientist, woman also can become a scientist. If a man can become a pilot, woman also has become. If a man becomes a fighter pilot, a woman already in our army, our air force, is also become. But the limitations where it comes is that the woman also bear another important thing, giving one or two children, she has to give it. So this gives certain limitations to the woman, and for that it is the duty of her husband to compensate her, to help her, because she is giving child to his family. It is given child to him. He also enjoys the child. Sometimes more enjoy than the wife, etc. Therefore, it is to saying that man exploiting the woman, so on and so forth. See, this kind of exploitation is not existing among the Hindus. Exploiting the woman takes place in Islam only. Yes, yes.
Last question on behalf of आता एक शेवटचा
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು
ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ.
ಸರ್. ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರ್ತದ. ನನ್ನ ಜನ್ಮ ತವ್ರ ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ತವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಅದ್ರ ಸಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರ್ತದ. ಅದ್ರ ಸಲಕ್ಕೆ ನಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳೋದದ, ಅದು ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದ. ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಅದ, ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಇದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಜನ ಸನ್ಮಾನ ಅದ. ಅದ್ರ ಸಲಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಅಭಿಮಾನ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದ. ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಒಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮ पब्लिकेशन गृहभंगा, उसके बारे में मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि गृहभंगा आपने जो एक किताब लिखी है, जो जिसमें 1940 की एक सिचुएशन को आपने लिखा है. देयर इज़ अ सिचुएशन अमंग द सोशल स्ट्रगल ऑफ अ वुमेन. मुझे ये जानने की मैं कोशिश करना चाहती हूँ, अगर आप फिर से आप जिस तरीके से ये सब बता रहे हो तो आप अच्छे तरीके से लिख भी सकते हो. तो अगर आप फिर से एक बार गृहभंगा लिखना चाहोगे तो सामाजिक स्थिति में महिलाओं की स्थिति में क्या बदलाव आया है, इस बारे में आपकी अपनी सोच क्या रखोगे, या फिर आप चाहते हो कि इस महिला के सामाजिक स्थिति के बदलते दर्श को या फिर उस स्थिति को आप फिर से लिखना चाहोगे? धन्यवाद सर.
किस पात्र को लेकर?
संघर्ष कर रही है अपने पति के खिलाफ, अपने सासू के खिलाफ, अपनी परिस्थिति के खिलाफ.
ಗೃಹಭಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿಯ ಪಾತ್ರ ನಂಜಮ್ಮ, ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂದಿನ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿನ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಸಂಘರ್ಷ, ಸ್ತ್ರೀಯರ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಗತಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಏನು ಬಹಳ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ? ಈಗ ಗೃಹಭಂಗ ಬರೆದಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು?
No, there is no change of time. It happened in early 19th century. This mantra, this Gೃಹಭಂಗ took place in early, that place the situation is almost, or in majority of cases it happened, what has happened in this novel. But now the situation, education is more, and government, if a woman is ill-treated by the husband or by the mother-in-law, etc., etc., if she just goes to police station and make this thing, immediately they will be arrested, etc. Law is becoming very this thing. And also divorce is there, and if the divorce, husband has to give so much maintenance to her and the children, and all that thing. Situation is much better. It doesn't mean it is 100% better, but it is much more better.
Yes, last question. Yes, you are a writer of India. You are Bharatiya Lekhaka. Can you name one contemporary writer whom you love or whom you like more? One contemporary Indian writer instead of you.
ನೀವು ಸಮಸ್ತ ಭಾರತದ ಲೇಖಕರು. ಈಗ ಇರುವವರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಲೇಖಕರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾಗುವಂಥವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಂದಿನ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ?
No, I really don't know, because I have not read all the works published in different languages. Because this is, I spend all my time in my creative work. All my time I have done. And another thing is availability of translations also is very poor.
ना तुमच्या सगळ्यांच्या बरोबर मला पण खूप आनंद होत आहे, कारण आज भैरप्पांचा अगदी छान सूर लागला आहे. जसं महफिलीत सूर लागतो तसा आज भैरप्पांचा खूप छान सूर लागलेला आहे. आणि त्यामुळे आपल्याला एक सृजनात्मक लेखक काय पद्धतीने त्या सगळ्याच्या मागं सगळं आहे. त्याच्या कादंबऱ्या आपण सगळेच वाचतो, त्याच्यामध्ये तो लेखक त्या विषयापुरता आपल्यासमोर आलेला असतो. पण अशी जेव्हा व्याख्यानं होतात आणि असा जेव्हा लेखकाचा सूर लागतो, त्यावेळेला त्या सगळ्याच्या मागे असलेला माणूस आणि त्याच्या मागे असलेला लेखक समग्रपणे आपल्यासमोर येतो. तर आज या विद्यापीठामध्ये हा जो कार्यक्रम ठेवलेला आहे, त्यानिमित्ताने माझ्यासारख्या अनुवादिकेला सुद्धा भैरप्पांचं एक खूप सुंदर छान समग्रपणे दर्शन झालं. आम्ही दोघी पण इथं बसलेलो होतो, कारण समोर जागा नाही म्हणून आम्ही इथं बसलेलो. पण आम्हाला त्या गोष्टी जवळनं नाही ऐकायला आला, तिथं बसून जास्त ऐकायला मिळाल्या असत्या. भैरप्पांनी फार सुरेख रीतीने आपल्या सगळ्यांना एका लेव्हलला आणून ठेवलेलं आहे वैचारिकदृष्ट्या. आणि एका सृजनात्मक लेखकाने कशा पद्धतीने पुढं जावं या बाबतीतलं मार्गदर्शन पण त्यांनी दिलेलं आहे. इथं विद्यार्थी असतील तर त्यांना नक्कीच याचा उपयोग होईल. विद्यार्थी म्हणजे जे साहित्याचे विद्यार्थी असतील, ज्याला वयाचं बंधन नाही, त्यांनाही हा सगळा आहे त्यांचं आजचं एक्सप्रेशन जे आहे ते खूप मार्गदर्शक ठरेल. आणि सहनाने फार व्यवस्थित प्रश्न विचारले, त्यामुळे सहनाचं मला जास्त कौतुक वाटलं, कारण बऱ्याच वेळेला त्या जागेवर मी असल्यामुळे मला त्याच्या अडचणी माहिती आहे. त्यामुळे मला सहनाचं पण कौतुक करावंसारखं वाटतं.
तर सुरेश गोसावी सर यांना अशी विनंती करतो की त्यांनी आपलं अध्यक्ष मनोगत व्यक्त करावं.